Have you missed your period? Feeling tired, moody, nauseous? You might be wondering, am I pregnant? Wow, that's great. Hi everyone, I'm Ankita Sen. Welcome back to my channel, Nursing Sensation. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about almost 7 points that how you can come to know that you are pregnant. But don't skip the video because the last one is the most important point that will help you to understand that you are pregnant or not. Before starting, if you like my videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will never miss any informative or helpful video next time. So first start with the first point, that is missed period. So if you missed your period, that could be a sign for a pregnancy positive. Okay, because if your periods is regular and suddenly your periods is coming late by 1 week or more, it can be a sign for a positive pregnancy test. Yes, but you have to remember that stress, weight change or travel, physical exhaustion can also delay your periods. So don't rely on this one single point as a pregnancy positive test. So you have to do for the other test to confirm your pregnancy. Second point is morning sickness or nausea. So if you are not having anything, usually like nauseatic feelings in the morning or having uneasiness for a certain food smell, so if you suddenly start to feel all that, this can be a sign of your pregnancy positive, because most of the women in the early pregnancy, like 2 to 3 weeks of after their conceptions, is having the feelings of nausea. Even some are having vomiting, and even some are having smell which is uncomfortable and makes them uneasy of certain foods. Okay, so this may be the sign of your pregnancy, like nausea, vomiting or feeling uneasy of certain foods, mainly in the morning, but it can happen throughout the day. So we have to know why this is a sign of your pregnancy, because in pregnancy, early pregnancy, the HCG hormone, this is the hormone which is responsible for the nausea during the pregnancy in the early time. So this can be surged in your blood, which can lead to feel you nauseatic. So this may be a sign of your pregnancy positive test. Third one is breast changes. You may feel your breast is suddenly feeling heavier. I know some of the girls or the ladies are feeling like premenstrual symptom, like heavy breast or tightness in the breast or tingling sensation on the breast when their menstruation is going to start. So this is known as a premenstrual symptom. Okay, so some are having this, but when it is consistently continuing after you missed your period date, that might be a sign for your pregnancy is positive. And the black portion around the nipple, which is known as the areola, is getting more darker. So these are happening due to the hormonal changes during the early pregnancy. So this may be a sign for the pregnancy positive test. Fourth point is fatigue or tiredness. Are you feeling a unusual tiredness or fatigue even you are having a good sleep and taken good amount of resting time? So during pregnancy, the hormone known as a progesterone relaxes the woman's body and feel them more sleepy. For that reason, in early pregnancy sign, the woman having the complaining of that I'm taking a good time of rest during the daytime, during the night time, almost 8 to 10 hours in a whole day. Still, I'm feeling exhausted, and fatigued because I'm not feeling well. I am a very hardworking woman. Still, I am exhausted after doing some small job. So these are the complaints the woman can give as an early sign of pregnancy. And the fifth point is frequent urination and the mood swing or the mood changes. So as we all know that as premenstrual symptoms, we are having, the ladies are having some mood changes, mood fluctuations. These are very common. Some are continue with the periods when they are having their periods. But when the woman is missed her period but still having this type of mood changes, that can be due to the fluctuation of the hormone during the early pregnancy. So mood change is, or feeling of mood is one early sign. Okay, and I mean the symptoms. Okay, then come to the urination very frequently. The woman may find that you may find that you are running to the toilet for a very frequent interval. Okay, so you are not able to hold your urine and you are going to the toilet very repeatedly. So this may be due to the increased blood flow to the kidney and some hormonal changes during the early sign of pregnancy. Okay, so these are the very two common early signs, that is the frequent urinations and the mood changes. The sixth point is lightening or the mild spotting. So you can see that on the 6th to 12th day after the ovulation, you can feel that, or you can see on your sanitary napkin or your underwear that there is some pinkish or brownish bleeding is happening. So if it is a menstrual bleeding, it will having a darker in color and a heavy flow. Okay, but as because it's a implantation bleeding, I mean when the fertilized egg is going to the uterine wall and implanted, so that time there are some bleeding happening which is very light in color rather than a period bleeding or a menstruation bleeding. Okay, so this can be seen as a pinkish color or brownish color or lighter than the normal menstrual bleeding. So this implantation bleeding, the woman will complain you as a spotting or the light bleeding. So this may be early symptoms of pregnancy. Now come for the pregnancy test. When you go for a pregnancy test, until what I have said is all are the sign and the symptoms which can happen or cannot be happen for some women during the early pregnancy as a sign or a symptoms. Okay, so you have to go for a positive uh, test or a reliable test. That can be a serum beta HCG test, which give you a confirmative test, or a urine HCG test. So when is the right time to take a pregnancy test? So ideally, when the woman is missed her period, to get an accurate result or a proper result, when she is missing her date of her menstruation, she should wait for 1 week more and then she should go for the pregnancy test so that she'll get a accurate and a confirmative result. Okay, so generally we are saying that you should test, or the woman should test the early urine for the pregnancy test, as because the highest concentration of this hCG hormone is released through the urine in the morning. So you will get an accurate result more if you are taking that urine from the early maturations, and you can test for a urine hCG. So this is the time when you should go for a pregnancy positive test. Along with this pregnancy positive test, along with all the signs and symptoms, if any one or two or three are having the correlation, so you can visit your doctor as early as possible, as because congratulations, you are pregnant. If you found this video was helpful for you, please give a like. Don't forget to subscribe my channel to get this type of informative pregnancy related tips or the videos. Remember, your one like or one subscription motivates me to make such more videos. Till then, stay healthy, stay informative. Bye.